black, remember white first. That's why my ministry is deeper than a tight verse. Turning young King Kuntas into slave Toby. I'm not surprised that you just now got to know me. Mad Queen means the queen is a misnomer. Take the crown off of Esther to give it to Gomer. I'm not talking Aunt Esther or Garlee. I'm talking the real reason the five fought me. I'm an army trained church mouse, non-violent, but my chest revelation means I'm non-silent. They rarely label me false and not accept the truth, so I'ma be like a tree, keep bearing fruit. I'm number one in coma, I'm a cranberry. You can feel my anointing when you stand near me. That's why the commander of the 91st did what he did. He looked at me in the urinal and felt like a kid. He ran to Sergeant Gallo to create disaster. Gallo never liked he had to call me master. Sergeant, for over 2 years, he cried on my shoulders and I wiped his tears. His resentment and contempt was like a body odor. When he had to call me sir, no my shoulder. X put the finishing touch, that's why district chess means so much. My son Nathan, he's my catalyst for revelation. Naomi wears my crown, I call it impartation. Updated my house hierarchy, cause I saw it coming like a prophecy. When my son said 2036, I watched how one can be enmeshed with a witch. A pawn's highest aspiration is to be a queen. That's why I taught my own son that he's a king. Now my Naomi is standing on my shoulders. She has dominion over all she's looking over. I wear her like a crown as she wears mine.
Sure do like those Christmas cookies.
Welcome back to Links 24 and welcome to our annual Cookies for Santa segment. We all brought our favorite Christmas cookies, and last year, I know some people were upset that I had Oreos.
And we still are.
So I stepped it up a notch with double stuffed Oreos.
Oh, the creativity abounds.
Oh my gosh.
You're on the naughty list. You're off. Good. Bye.
So,
But we know a lot of people love Oreos. Okay.
Yeah.
oh my gosh, they're probably the ultimate cookie. I mean, okay, I'm probably gonna get some backlash from the Chips Ahoy people, but you know,
No.
Cody, I am surprised you couldn't even get a stuffing of the Oreo that had some kind of Christmas flavor. Like, is there gingerbread Oreos or?
See, that's why you got to stick around till next year because you know,
But you can dip them in hot chocolate. You can dunk them in hot chocolate.
Oh yeah,
right? There
hot
you go.
chocolate, eggnog if you want.
There you go. Okay, so it's
yeah.
a very versatile cookie.
All right, so that's your cookie for Santa.
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
That, yeah. and very easy to make. Just go to the store and pick it up. So that.
Okay.
All right. So Matt, what is your favorite cookie?
I'm also a store-bought person. Petrus Farm, okay, so my favorite cookie is the white chocolate macadamia nut.
Oh, that's an excellent choice.
I think
store-bought.
Matt and Cody are on the naughty list. They are not homemade cookies.
Viewers, will you help these guys out?
In all
next time,
honesty,
please?
I'm gonna have to say worth it.
Right, but see, here's the thing. If I start making cookies, we're gonna burn the cookies. We're gonna set the
you
kitchen on
actually wanna
fire.
have a cookie
I
you
want
can
to. We want to actually eat the cookies.
I got you.
So this is the
Well, it's not
Petrus
bad.
Farm, the Petrus Farm white chocolate macadamia nut and the chess cookie. These are I guess
Okay.
it's a butter cookie.
Okay.
This is how it needs to be.
Well, if that's what you like, then that's good. you
Fair
know?
enough.
Now, there's a lot of
Nick
other
is,
stuff.
Nick is being the nice kind of the nice.
Well, no, I'm a cookie guy, so there's no cookie I don't like. You know.
Okay.
But I'll bet we have something homemade here.
Yes,
right?
you have something very homemade from me. And I made, it's called an icebox cookie, and it's just kind of a butter cookie with walnuts. My brother Stuart loves these. They're just a very nice, plain, not a frosted. My grandma made them, my mom made them, and they only were made at Christmas. So an icebox cookie. But I did add, I love peanut butter balls. And we have just a traditional peanut butter ball, but then there's some here that are, I kind of jazzed them up and did protein peanut butter balls. So these have
What's the protein on it?
protein powder. So protein powder plus peanut butter. So this is a healthy with a dark chocolate.
Wait, protein powder.
That is protein powder.
Protein powder in there.
Try
right.
it, man.
You can
there
also
you
have
go.
Cody, you can try one too.
all right.
Yeah, it's actually
It's a
ground.
protein powder peanut butter ball for Christmas.
It's actually ground venison. isn't it?
What is that?
No, I'm sorry.
Then I also did like a Christmas bark with some I did some walnuts and cranberries and pumpkin seeds. So I did kind of a fun. I'm trying to do a little bit more
I've had some of these
nutritional.
before. That's excellent. Really good.
It's good. You need some water with these. They dry your mouth. They dry your mouth.
Yeah, you need a cup of milk.
It's supposed to quiet you down.
Okay.
That's
So
what it is
bring him
supposed
some
to do.
water.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Nick, your cookie.
Hey, listen. Every Christmas over the years, my taste for Christmas cookies changes a little bit, and I'm into ginger cookies. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you got your basic egg and
look great.
flour and ground cinnamon and ground ginger and molasses in there, and they're soft, they're pliable. Okay. You gotta watch out they don't dry out. Okay.
Do you think ginger is the new seasonal
I
flavor?
don't know. It's just that
Instead of like an eggnog, we don't have an eggnog cookie.
Yeah, and I'm a big dunker, so I love dunking my cookies.
So you made this cookie?
I made the cookie.
The Santa hat people made our cookies.
Made the cookie.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes, we did.
And
So is this kind of like a ginger is the new black or is the new sugar type of thing? Like,
let's put it this way: it's the new Oreo.
yeah, the new Oreo.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm glad that you guys shared. These were good picks, though. You guys.
What's this one though?
This one is just like it's nuts,
It's like a bark.
and it's like a bark where you
said a
bark.
bark,
Not a bark.
not a bark, but a bark.
So you're making this where?
So you lay down your nuts, your cranberry, whatever you're gonna do, and then you drizzle your chocolate over it, and then you
It's delicious.
put it in the refrigerator, and it hardens up, and then you crack it.
No oven involved in this?
No, this is
So
absolutely.
that one's safe. That one's safe for
This
me.
is a no bake, and also the other
Yeah,
ones.
you could do that.
Now I will say that my favorite, one of my favorite things, it's not necessarily a cookie, and you do have to cook it, is me and my grandma, we just get a whole bag of pretzels, and then that almond bark, you get the white almond bark, and you
Melt
dip the
it.
pretzels. Oh, golly,
Yeah.
that is good.
Or
The
dip it,
protein
yeah.
one is actually good too. I'm gonna have another one, but I'm gonna have.
Will you?
All right.
So, all right,
promises?
well, we'll be sharing our cookie recipes with you next week on our Links 24 Facebook page. The Oreo one's pretty easy. We need to take a short break, and please don't go anywhere.
To 24 and goodbye, Cody. We'll get to
Oh,
that.
we saying goodbye. We said
Goodbye,
goodbye last.
Cody.
Goodbye, Cody.
Goodbye, Cody. Something paradise. Okay, Super Tramp.
You've been singing it all day before the show, and
I haven't. Well, we're gonna talk a little bit about the Bob Honnold show,
Yep.
our Christmas special, and then Cody, it is your last show with us this year, and you're gonna tell us a little bit about your plans. But let's start with the Bob Honnold Christmas show. Thoughts, viewers? We've had some performers. Nick, do you want to start?
We had a viewing. We did a viewing the other night, and we were at your place, and we had
Yes.
chili and food, and we all watched it. It was great. Okay, nice, long, lots of stuff going on. It was good. I'm sure Bob did him proud. Right.
one of my favorite things, and I think April, it was your favorite too, was Matt when he was doing his rapping for the Bob Honnold Christmas show.
Silent Night. Okay, I have to say that I don't know if it's the favorite. It was the biggest surprise. Like, oh,
Absolutely.
silent night.
Yeah. We didn't know
It
it was
was
going to
very creative, and I was so people maybe don't know this. And Nick and I do all the
Right, you guys did all the openings
openings and closings and all that without knowing and seeing all the music
You're just following the
productions.
script.
We do, and so when we saw Matt Ellipsis, I was like, oh.
We said,
That's fine.
this wasn't supposed to be on the final.
How did this get past this?
It was great. It was
a good job.
really.
It was good and different. It was nice.
Yes.
So if I would say that two moments for me were the best. You guys I don't know if that was planned or not, but you guys had a moment where you guys were dancing, and I was like, that was really good. And you
were
guys-
That was
happy.
not planned.
that was not planned.
We were exhausted.
We were happy it was over.
And then I don't know if I can see Mel the same as I thought. I just thought she was a news anchor and an actor, but she's a singer. She was in there and
Oh,
she had her
she did?
little. I was like,
She's
oh my
very
God,
beautiful.
oh my God.
Well, thank you, man.
Yes.
She's all around. That's
Do you have a favorite, Mel? Did you?
I've gotten to see bits and pieces of it. I did enjoy Matt's rapping as well. I liked the checks and the money. That was really fun.
Yeah, Mills.
Yep.
The lyrics were very cute.
And I'm looking forward to seeing the whole thing. I was in bed by 8 o'clock last night because I'm still trying to recover from the weekend. Cinderella.
Right, exactly.
And we do want to tell our viewers that the Bob Honnold Christmas show is airing 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock daily this whole week up
That's
until
good.
Christmas.
That's
and then
Christmas Day.
all day Christmas.
Christmas Day,
that's
all
all
day.
right.
All right.
So, Cody, tell us your plans.
Where are you
You're
going?
excited to hear.
Yeah, so I am going to be going to Oshkosh for school the end of this January. I'm going to be going for a major in radio, TV, film, and then a minor in journalism. And the cool thing about, here is up until I've started working here, I thought I was always going to be in radio. But then I started working here, and if I get to work with people who are half as great as you anchors, as everybody behind the scenes here, as the people in the community are, I mean, I'm going to have a career for life, and they ain't going to get me to retire.
Well, that's nice of you to say that.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
give
so
you a job.
yeah, I definitely appreciate everything that's happened here, and
Cody, we appreciate you. We're giving you a Lynx cup, and we've ordered. It's not here yet, but you're getting a Lynx 24 fleece jacket for a going away gift. So
that's
you
so
can't wear
nice.
this,
Yeah.
but you'll get the gift.
You know what? I'm going to find a way.
We'll miss you, Cody. You got to come back and visit us
Oh
when
yeah,
you're rich and famous.
I'll be back every now and again, and
right.
rich and famous, hoping.
Do I have to leave to get the jacket like that? Is that the deal?
You're not going anywhere.
I-
You are not at all. So, well, we want to thank Larry Shekel and Oakley Mosier for being part of our show this week. Next week, we'll be highlighting our favorite moments from the 2017 on the Lynx 24, so you'll want to tune in at our Year in Review show. Thank you to our sponsors and all of you at home for tuning in to the Lynx 24 group, where we're connecting you to the community. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Connecting you to the community.
Hello, welcome to Lynx 24. I'm April Frelke, your host on the 24, here with my co-host, Matt Ellipsis. Well, this week on Lynx 24, Rebecca Giroux from F&M Bank joins us for the January edition of Money Matters. And continuing in our What's Coming Up in our 2018 series, Toma City Administrator Roger Gorias will be giving an update on what's on the horizon for the city in the coming year. And you just got back from California, Matt Ellipsis.
Correct.
How was California? What happened?
It was fantastic. I visited one of the churches in my district, and so Greater Mission in San Miguel. So it was extraordinary. We had a great service, as well as I got a chance to meet and interview a lot of good people.
Yes, because you're kind of doing a podcast, right?
Correct. It's the Maddie Ellipsis show. Self-named or whatever. And I do music, and so I got a chance to sit with him. We did like 3 hours interview, and it was really.
So our viewers can kind of check you out on your podcast on Facebook.
Correct. Better tell them go to m3dots.com. Should I tell them? You tell them m3dots.com.
Oh, you just told them. Well, all right. Well, this week's Connect 24 is brought to you by Rudy Jensen in New Lisbon. At their January 15th meeting, the New Lisbon City Council appointed Peggy Weiss to fill the remainder of Mark Tully's term as alderperson of Ward 3. Peggy's appointment will run through April when the Ward 3 position is up for re-election. Weiss has filled in papers to run as alderperson of Ward 3 and will be on the ballot, running unopposed. And as we reported last week, this spring will bring with it a contested mayoral election in New Lisbon with 3 candidates on the primary ballot. Incumbent Lloyd Chase will be running against challengers Jacob Calise and Mike Neitzel. The primary will take place on February 20th, and voters will choose between 2 of the 3 candidates in the April 3rd spring election. And we'd like to mention that our Lynx 24 plans to hold a debate between the mayoral candidates following the spring primary. So stay tuned for details on that.
Good stuff. Work is well underway on the new Toma Hospital campus, located at the south side of the city. Parallel to I-90, the $66 million facility will be a 3-story, 140,000 square foot building, which will feature a hospital and medical office building. Crews broke ground in the fall of 2017, and the work is expected to be complete in the fall of 2019. Upon occupancy of the new facility, the hospital campus will be known as Toma Health. The new site will also feature a new Gunderson Health System medical office building, which will replace the Toma Clinic on Superior Avenue. And there's also talk of a new county-owned nursing home being constructed next to the hospital campus. A committee from Rolling Hills in Sparta is currently considering a proposal from Toma to transfer 10 acres of land to Monroe County to construct a nursing facility next to the new hospital and clinic. A Sparta location for a new nursing care facility had already been approved, but a dispute has arisen over the city's provision of water and sewer. Toma city staff has communicated that a Toma site will give residents the advantage of a proximity to a hospital and clinic. Rolling Hills Administrator Linda Anderson told Links 24 that a resolution to proceed with a marketing and operational study for a Toma site will come before the Rolling Hills Committee on January 22nd. If passed by Rolling Hills, the issue will go before the Finance Committee and then the County Board for consideration.
And you can follow the construction. The hospital website has a link to an on-site camera, so our viewers can kind of watch what's going on.
That'd be nice.
That is. Well, Wisconsin's free fishing weekend is coming up January 20th and 21st. The free weekend is open to residents and visitors alike and is designed to encourage open water anglers to try out the hard water winter version of their sport. All inland waters, Wisconsin's side of the Great Lakes and Mississippi River, and other boundary waters are included in the free fishing territory with the exception of spring trout ponds. No license is required to fish on free fishing weekend, but all other fishing rules, regulations, and seasonal restrictions apply. Many counties across the state are holding events in conjunction with free fishing weekend, including Juneau County. The Dead Sea Ice Fishing Fundraiser will be taking place from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. on January 20th at Castle Rock Lake. Registration will take place at Shipwreck Bay, and the entry fee is $5 per person. Prizes will be awarded in different categories, and all proceeds benefit the Outdoors Forever Conservation Club. For information on Free Fishing Weekend, a list of local locations statewide where fishing activities will be taking place, and even a DNR tackle loaner site where you can borrow ice fishing gear, visit dnr.wi.gov.
Earlier this month, the students in Rachel Morey's food tech class at New Lisbon High School had the opportunity to put their food knowledge and cooking skills to the test as part of an end-of-semester group project. The students, ranging from 9th through 12th grade, planned, prepared, and served 2 3-course meals at an appreciation luncheon on January 10th and 11th. Each class member received 2 tickets to invite those who have supported them and encouraged them, and between the 2 meals, they fed close to 50 people. Their menu consisted of raspberry lemonade and garden wraps, balsamic chicken with over cauliflower rice with sides of baked potatoes and green beans, and a raspberry pie and apple pie roll-up for dessert. The luncheons were the culmination of the food tech class, which Morey said consisted of a 4-week unit on nutrition and menu planning, plus 2 weeks of studying recipe testing and planning. She said all the recipes chosen for the appreciation luncheon had to meet certain health requirements, and students were in charge of different parts of the luncheon, from plating to food prep and more. Morey said, quote, "The students take pride in making decisions about their meal. They select the name, decor, the menu, the guests, and my favorite part is the beautiful notes of appreciation they write their guests that were invited."
What a great project.
Yeah, I think that's pretty nice.
And speaking of yummy pie and food, this is a great story. Well, Winding Rivers United Methodist Church in New Lisbon has a new goal for 2018 to meet 1,000 new people by delivering 1,000 pieces of pie. Pastor Deb Burkhalter said that this year the church will spread God's love in the community through their new ministry called It's Tuesday, There Must Be Pie. With a goal of loving God, loving people, and serving the community, the Tuesday Pie idea was devised as an outreach to the community. Plus, Burkhalter said it allows church members who love to bake the opportunity to serve others. Pastor Burkhalter and different church members will be distributing 20 pieces of pie each week to New Lisbon area homes and businesses with a goal of reaching the 1,000 piece mark by the end of the year. She said, quote, "We wanted to find a way to reach out to the community in a special way." So if you have ideas for where Winding Rivers can deliver a pie over the next year, contact Pastor Burkhalter at the church or through the Winding Rivers page on Facebook.
That's nice.
That's a beautiful project.
Nice.
That's a fun one.
I challenge the Winding Rivers United Methodist Church in New Lisbon. Make a tasty sweet potato pie.
Oh, you must know a good sweet potato pie recipe.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right.
All right. And finally, here's what's been happening in New Lisbon sports. The boys varsity basketball team defeated Wanawak Center on January 12th with a score of 59-53. Leading the Rockets in scoring was Cody Haskey and Jared Dvorak with 18 points, while Holden Ridemark added 12. Haskey also had 16 rebounds and 4 assists, while James Steele contributed 6 rebounds, and Dakota Coca had 3 steals. 4 of our Lynx Live viewers, the guys are taking on Necedah in an away game tonight, January 18th. Good luck, Rockets. Turning to wrestling, the team saw some great improvements in their January 13th meet at Weston. The guys finished 5th overall out of 17 teams. Jake Rogers gave the Rockets a first-place win in his weight class. Caleb Bumgart took 3rd in his weight class, and Isaac Labuda placed 4th, while Colin Benson added a 6th-place finish. And finally, in girls basketball, the Lady Rockets took on Necedah in an away game January 16th, but despite a good effort, fell short to the Cardinals with a final score of 40-65. Maya Delgado led the scoring with 14 points, while Callie Beaver added 12 points and 10 rebounds. Looking ahead, the girls will take on Bangor on Friday, January 19th at 7:30 p.m. at New Lisbon High School. So head out Friday night and support the home team.
Well, this week's Connect 24 has been brought to you by Rudy Jensen in New Lisbon. When we come back, I'll be joined by Rebecca Giroux from F&M Bank for the January edition of Money Matters. But first, here's a look at your 5-day forecast.
Children, watch that sound. Everybody look what's going down.
Welcome back to Links 24. We started January with a look at what's coming up in our nation and world in 2018, and now we're narrowing our focus to the communities in our viewing area. Last week we were joined by New Lisbon Mayor Lloyd Chase, and this week, Tomah City Administrator Roger Gorius. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah, you did.
He's here to fill us in on what's on the horizon for the city of Tomah in the coming year. Welcome, Roger. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
So would it be okay if, just to start it off, could you tell what is a city administrator? What do you do?
City administrator is the chief official of the city. I'm hired by the city council. I run 10 departments throughout the city. I organize the budget, formulate it, oversee it through the year, and then work with my department heads to facilitate the running of the city. Water, sewer, streets.
This is important stuff. You know, with the stuff that's going on the south side of Tomah, do you have any, what's your thoughts on that, you know, the new construction and all that other stuff?
It's amazing.
For real?
Yeah, it's great for the city. About 3 years ago, Tomah Memorial Hospital came to us and said that they were looking at building a new campus facility. So in order to do that, they wanted to annex in some land, which they did. And once they had that land and they had kind of a configuration where they wanted to be, we started working. And by me, I mean Kirk Arity, my public works director, myself. Excuse me. We started looking at what we had to have out to them. So we started moving wetland mitigation for land. We started getting easement rights, and then we moved the sewer and the water out to them so that we would be there well ahead of before they began construction this year. So we're on site with them. We've oversized the sewer and the water. We looked that there might be some expansion out there in the future. Recently, we were just given a petition for annexation to the council by Mr. Stuart Ginsburg.
Really?
Which is, it's incorporating the land that's between Interstate 90 and Gopher Avenue, about 56 acres. So it'd be directly across from where the hospital complex is now. Wow. And on his annexation, he's indicated that he wants to build a hotel, convention center. We've had some like-minded interest of people with restaurateurs and other people.
Really?
So the expansion down there is going to be incredible, and it's going to be fast.
So, I mean, when you say fast, what do you mean?
I mean, over the next 2 years, I think you'll see a total transformation of that area.
Really?
You know, we've already got plans to take Gopher Avenue down to the base. We'll let them build the hospital and basically destroy the road with the heavy trucks and the lifting, and then we'll go back and redo it and make a state-of-the-art road for them.
Not bad, not bad. I mean, so, like, with all of this that's come in terms of, you know, the vision, how does the kind of like the city council feel? How do you guys feel about all this stuff?
Well, I work really close with the city council.
Okay.
My job is to keep them informed of what's going on, provide them with the information so that they can make the decisions. Ultimately, the city council has control of the budget. They make the financial decisions on where we would go. What they look for me is to give them basically the expertise and the idea of what would be a good, sound investment for the city and what is our best direction to move forward.
So, like, when you've talked to them about this stuff, what would you say? How did you kind of talk about what is Toma going to be doing over the next couple of years? You know, with all of the investment and all that type of stuff, where do you see it being in the next 5 years or so?
Oh, I see it growing exponentially. You have to be a bit of a visionary, and you have to have a bit of a leap of faith on some of this. You have to know that things will expand. They just won't expand as quickly as you want sometimes. For example, when we opened the downtown TID, the tax increment district, we knew that we were going to probably spur some investment and some growth. We wanted to be able to take that area and revitalize it. Well, those types of TIDs don't generate money very quickly, so we wanted to look to see where we could find a donor TID or another industrial TID. So we've opened 9 to work out by the industrial park and allow some of those older facilities out there to do a little bit of renovation and have assistance from the tax increment. And then we would be looking to expand down with possibly another TID in the hospital area to have that be a donor back up into the middle of the city.
I see what you're saying. Can we switch? Talk a little bit about the downtown area, and because we were talking a little bit before, and it's like fascinating what you were talking about.
Well, it is. Obviously, everybody knows that the old teepee's been taken down, and that Third Gen LLC is going to be constructing a state-of-the-art facility. We've seen the design plans. They're amazing.
Really?
Nothing short of amazing. It's 3-story, cornerstone restaurant, retail space, banquet room, apartments on top. It's a very nice facility. The way they put it together, it's got a very historic, old look, so it'll be very complimentary to, say, the library, which is right on the opposite corner across from them. And then we hope to take that flow, that look down through the downtown and kind of regenerate.
Wow, not bad. We're getting ready to kind of wrap it up. I'm grateful, actually, that you came to sit with us. I mean, I guess, how do they get in touch with your office? Might as well.
Oh, I can be contacted via my email, which is cityadmin@tomaonline.com. You can dial my direct line, which is 37.
Write it down here.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
374-7422. And I have an open door policy, so just stop in at City Hall and tell the girls at the front desk that you'd like to talk to the city administrator, and I'd be glad to see you.
Well, I tell you, sir, I'm so glad to meet you, and thank you for everything you're doing.
Well, thank you for your time.
We need to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be filling you in on what's coming up in the community. Don't go anywhere.
It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going on.
Welcome back to Links 24. Here's a look at what's coming up in your community. Well, purchase your button today at the Toma Chamber office or City Hall for the 8th annual Toma Freeze Fest. Buttons are $1 each and give access to many Freeze Fest events taking place the weekend of February 3rd. The weekend will feature a medallion hunt, snowshoeing and cross-country skiing, fitness classes at Alley Cat Yoga, a skate exhibit, an open ice skate, kids zone with inflatables, family fun night, food drive, and a roller rink fun. Freeze Fest was started to help folks get out of the house and beat the winter blues while raising funds for the Toma, Rotary Scholarships, and Rotary Lights. For more information, visit the Toma Parks and Recreation page on Facebook.
This month's New Lisbon Community Supper will take place on January 13th at the New Lisbon Community Center. Serving starts at 4:30 p.m. and ends at 6 p.m., while bingo starts at 5:30 p.m. Anyone is welcome to attend. The sponsors for January are Winding Rivers Church, and the volunteers are the New Lisbon High School Choir.
And I think, Matt, that was January 30th.
January 30th?
Yes, so that's January 30th.
I think you're right, yes.
So
January
that's okay.
30th.
Well, and finally, support the Chasing Daylight Animal Shelter from 5 until 8 p.m. on January 27th at the Toma American Legion for a craft beer tasting and chili cook-off. The cost is $10 per person, which includes samplings of up to 10 chilies and 10 local craft beers. You must be 21 and up to attend the first 300 people will receive a tasting glass. Live music will follow the tasting from 8 until 10 p.m. That sounds like really a lot of fun.
Yes, yes.
Really.
And finally, a 2-day Safe Riders Snowmobile Safety Class will be taking place from 6 until 9 p.m. on February 2nd and 9 until 1 p.m. on February 3rd. The cost is $10 per person. Contact Rick Radcliffe using the information on your screen to reserve your spot today.
The Toma Freeze Fest sounds like there is a lot of things to do, like in and out of buildings. Have you gone to it? Did you go to it last
No, I
year?
didn't go last year. I was busy. I feel bad. I'm gonna try to make it this year.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in our areas.
Yeah.
So,
So
are you going to do fishing at all on free fishing, Matt? Do you fish?
Absolutely not. No.
You don't fish?
I'm a musician.
Okay.
I feel
You might be out there on the ice doing a
I'm
podcast.
such a,
not
right.
fishing.
You know, I'll talk to a fisherman.
Maybe you should go do that.
I'll talk to
You
a
should go
fisherman.
do that.
I'll talk to a fisherman.
Well, thank you to F&M Bank for sponsoring Money Matters, and to Rebecca Giroux and Roger Gorius for being part of our show this week. Next week, we'll be getting you ready for the big game, complete with some Organic Valley food ideas in our January edition of The Organic Foodie. Thank you to our sponsors and all of you at home for tuning in to Links 24. Matt, where we are connecting you to the community.
Hi, I'm Governor Scott Walker, watching Links 24, connecting you to the community.
Hello, welcome to Links 24. I'm April Frelke, your host on the 24, here with my co-hosts Nick Kaufman and Matt Ellipsis. This week on Links 24, we are joined by Discover Wisconsin host Eric Paulson, who came to town for the premiere of the show's newest episode featuring Toma as Western Wisconsin's gateway. Then, Toma Memorial Hospital Community Health Nurse Angela Krieger is here to give us details on the hospital's Men's Health Night in our February edition of Health Check 360. And F&M Bank mortgage lender Jeff Williams has some information for new home buyers for our February edition of Money Matters.
And before we forget, next Tuesday, the 20th, is spring primary election time. And I believe viewers have got mayors in New Lisbon and Boston, or Toma.
Toma mayor race and the New Lisbon mayoral races.
You happen to know who they are?
And the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court also.
Right, so
Yeah.
our Toma mayor incumbent, Nellie Pater. Challengers are Mary Ann Kaminsky and Mike
Murray. Mike Murray?
That's New Lisbon.
Right. No, New Lisbon
No,
is...
Toma, Mike Neitzel is New Lisbon. So our New Lisbon people are incumbent Lloyd Chase, Jacob Calise, and Mike Neitzel.
If we haven't confused you yet...
Okay, yes.
Okay, you'll be totally confused later.
So get out and vote.
Get out. That's the important thing.
That is
get out
important.
and vote.
Right.
Get a mitt and get in the game.
That's right. Well, this week's Connect 24 is brought to you by Rudig Jensen in New Lisbon. With roughly 6 weeks until Wisconsin's spring election, the New Lisbon School District has scheduled community engagement sessions for anyone wanting more information about the referendum questions that will be on the April 3rd ballot. The sessions will take place at 7 p.m. on Friday, 26th, and March 7th in the school library, and Superintendent Dennis Burr will present and answer questions. In the spring election, the district is seeking more funding to help with everyday operating expenses, asking to exceed the revenue limit by $525,000 each year until 2021-22 school year. The district would also like to borrow up to $1.5 million to complete the athletic field project. Because of the decrease in the district has seen in the tax levy since 2013, if both referendum questions pass, New Lisbon taxpayers would still see a decrease in school property taxes of $33 per $100,000 of assessed value, beginning in the 2018-19 school year. So another important thing to be voting on. And
a lot of important stuff here. Hey, by the way, Governor Walker will be in the area Thursday, February 22nd, speaking at the Monroe County Economic Development Conference, which is taking place at the Three Bears Resort in Warrens. Now, the two-day conference provides opportunities for networking and focuses on issues that affect businesses in western Wisconsin. Monroe County Economic Development Coordinator and conference organizer Steve Peterson. You'll probably remember Steve. He used to be here at the anchor desk with us. And he said this year's conference is delving hard into the issues that affect businesses on multiple fronts, from workforce to broadband, marketing, and the state of the economy for business growth, just to name a few things that they'll be covering. The governor will address economic development in Wisconsin, including what the future holds as businesses continue to consider the Badger State for relocation or expansion. The Monroe County Economic Development Conference is now in its 7th year and has grown from a one-day event with 75 attendees to a 2-day regional event that attracts over 300 participants from all over the 20 counties in the state. And so there you have it, Matt.
That's good stuff.
The governor's coming.
That's nice.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. And finally, here's what's been happening in New Lisbon sports. Congrats to Rocket wrestlers for taking a 2nd place as a team at regionals on February 10th. Caleb Bumgart and Jake Rogers were regional champs in their weight classes, while Isaac Labuda and Ashton Roach placed 2nd. The top 2 in each weight class are moving on to the sectional meet this coming weekend, so good luck to those Rocket wrestlers who will be competing on the February 17th meet. Turning to basketball, the teams are winding down their regular season and gearing up for the postseason. The boys team is looking for a win tonight, February 15th against Wanawak Center, after coming off 4 losses. Looking ahead, the guys will take on Necedah on February 19th and Royal on February 22nd, both at home. The girls team has 2 regular season games before taking on Cashton in their regional quarterfinal matchup on February 20th. The winner will advance to the regional semifinals, so good luck, Rockets.
You could be announcing for the Olympics.
Hey,
I'll tell you, you've got it. Tomah Chamber of Commerce and Discover Wisconsin held a premiere of the show's newest episode featuring Tomah tonight at the Ho Chunk Theater. Discover Wisconsin host Eric Paulson came to town for an event and dropped by our studio to fill us in on the details. He joins April now in the studio. So April.
Welcome back to Links 24. Here's a look at what's coming up in your community. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, head over to Tomah for the annual Chili Walk and Wine Tasting for charity. Shop Tomah stores from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. on Saturday, February 17th. Sample chilies and check out some of the great sales while you're at it. Then at 4 p.m., head over to the Ground Round for a wine tasting. All proceeds go to a local charity.
That's nice.
Sounds yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this weekend, head over to Castle Rock Lake on Saturday, February 17th for a family ice fishery and fundraiser. A fishing tournament will take place near Shipwreck Bay on the Juneau County side of the lake, with angler fishing hours from 7 a.m. until 2 p.m. The registration fee is $10, and prizes will be awarded to the biggest fish in the 4 different categories. Raffle drawings will take place at the 3 p.m., so bring the family out for a day of fishing fun on Castle Rock Lake.
Yeah, that's a great time of the year for that. Yeah. Oh, finally, this is one of my wonderful things to talk about. To top off your weekend, the Winding Rivers Church in New Lisbon is holding a free paint day on Sunday, February 18th. 20 spots are available for the noon paint event, which will be held at the church. Free will offering will be taken, and anyone is welcome to attend. You can RSVP by contacting the church via phone or their Facebook page. So if you guys are up for painting, okay, there you go.
Wait, painting the church or painting?
Oh.
It's a mystery. You sign up, okay, and you'll be painting.
You're not painting the church. I don't think so.
You'll be painting the church.
That's a good, good clarification.
I just want to make sure.
And one of the other things is that with one of those chili things, what kind of wine goes with chili?
Red wine?
I don't know. Just think about that.
Well, Nick, get out and get the wine tasting going.
I'm going to have to go do that. Close us out.
Well, all right, we will. Well, thank you to Discover Wisconsin's Eric Paulson, Angela Krieger, and Jeff Williams for being part of our show this week. And thank you to Tomah Memorial Hospital for sponsoring this month's edition of Health Check 360, and to F&M Bank for sponsoring Money Matters. Next week, New Lisbon Superintendent Dennis Burr will be with us with details on the April referendum, and we'll be bringing you the February edition of the Organic Foodie. Thank you to our sponsors and all of you at home for tuning into Links 24, where we're connecting you to the community.
Yeah. Very good, guys.
You are getting the mat.
You are getting the met
You are getting the mat.
signal. You are getting the met signal. Thanks for tuning in. We shall now begin.
Please come along, my friend. Now the Ellipsis has arrived to place the station statement.
Give you updated info to make this amalgamation.
Help you to get up and go.
Thunder Funky Signal. The Mad Ellipsis show is like a matinee.
Guidon Radio broadcasting the signal to the world. Conclave download, bring it to town. Conclave download, come to your town. The Mad Ellipsis mind is going to demonstrate how to be the kingdom broadcasting your signal to the world. Conclave download, bring it to the town. Conclave download, come to your town.
It's been a long time, the harvest is plenty. The laborer's few, updating my Rubicon to deal with the groups. There's so many groups, I know what to do cause I'm expertly trained in using my brain to expose and contain all of the data that rattles and rains. And all of us do is just stay in my lane, cause I'm on a specific mission pigeonhole. And the fact that the matter I didn't know kinda mean that I'm tight playing tic-toe. Strategic analysis, don't wanna waste my time. I knew it would happen, so rhyme after rhyme I would drop in no pine. Predicting my victories like I'm alive. You don't get the gold if you haven't I traveled the minds. Why address cultural rifts? So to change all the cultural gifts. Your neighbor could use a new cultural lift. Look a gift forth in the mouth if it licks this list. That is as clear as it gets. You gon' participate, I can delineate. Reduce the zoo kibbles and bits, and I'm gonna elevate and then remediate. I come with the strength of a shaka. Formidable chief like the Zulus. Y'all looking out for the Maga. January since got to you. They've covered with justice a new flu.
Nathan.
Yeah?
Guess what?
What?
Who knew I'd never be too through like a diuretic on an empty stomach? I could lie pathetic like I had it coming, but I went poetic and I gotta run it like some vendors running this sandal. Away from the scene of the crime, it must be time for me to shine and unleash my lines to permeate this fine landscape for my incline. Here's your syntax for your sin time. You can bring me back from the past time, cause the last time was a grand time. That had mad time like a rip band, but I never struggle with my relevance. I'm erudite and I'm scholarly, so witness me in my elegance. Blah. The Mad Ellipsis show is like a matinee. Guidon Radio broadcasting the signal to the world. Conclave download, bring it to town. Conclave download, come to your town. The Mad Ellipsis man is going to demonstrate.
Guidon Radio broadcasting the signal to the world. Conclave download, bring it to town. Conclave download, come to your town. The Mad Ellipsis mind is going to demonstrate how to be the kingdom broadcasting your signal to the world. Conclave download, bring it to the town. Conclave download, come to your town. The Mad Ellipsis mind is going to demonstrate how to be the kingdom broadcasting your signal to the world. Conclave download, bring it to the town. Conclave download, come to your town.